Hi guys, how are you doing? I test out this in a people. First, me I come live pan a something here cause me have to fix up myself. Me can't just I come on live with one dark blank screen so that no make it, right? So hello to everybody. Let me know if you guys are hearing fine. I'm on my laptop. I've never used YouTube Live through this software I'm using now. Let me know if you can hear me so that I can talk to you real quick about what I come to talk about. All right? Let me just give it a few more seconds and we can get talking here. I just want to say hi to everybody. I want to let you guys know that I really appreciate your support. I appreciate, how you share my content, how you interact with me, and how you engage on my platform. And thank you to everybody who uses the platform in a respectful manner, toward each other. We don't want to disrespect anybody. We want to act like big people and just say what we have to say, right? All right. So let me see who's here. Rick Jam America. Hello and hearing. Thank you, Rick. Thank you for joining. So guys, wanna know say this thing here now with the Silvera man and Melissa Silvera who met her demise on November 10th of 2023. And we know how it go coming up to this point. But what I am here to talk about tonight, guys, is the due process that the PNP women's movement came out and spoke about yesterday. And if you follow my channel, you will hear my response to her and what she said, right? So make we talk about due process. Everybody is supposed to be in 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 law and in the court of law, everybody is supposed to be presumed innocent, right? Until found guilty. So we not have no problem with that because we are no lawyer. We not represent Mr. Silvera and them something there. We are members of the world and members of society. So we have a state of opinion and talk what we have to say. And we're gonna do so responsibly as well. We're not gonna do it to bring down anybody, but we have to talk the truth and talk what the facts are saying, okay? So now, when we're talking about due process, let us look at Mr. Silvera and how he feels or how he has felt about due process. I came across a post recently where Mr. Silvera did something. Good night, East Portland. Mr. Silvera did something in the past where me have to really stop and think to myself, say, if these people are considerate of other people and the things that they do, in terms of being in a position of power. He was a member of parliament. And I remember in 2017, he was just voted out, but still, nonetheless, I'm a member of parliament. And when Ninjaman was on bail, I think, yeah, Ninjaman was on bail for murder. And Bounty Killer did in some problem with hitting a woman or whatever. Silvera, as a former member of parliament on social media, remember, Ninja Man was not convicted of anything yet, Remember, guys, he was on bail, right? And Silvera went on his platform and said something up to the effect of one on murder charge and the other one for beating his woman. Like he was saying, the JCF using these guys through music to help them promote peace. The guys were not credible and should not have been used or not have been invited to help do the motivational speaker thing. I don't necessarily agree with that because you have people where they are prison, my love, are people where come out of prison And of them are go around the place that try motivation, that the motivational speaking to young people to tell them to stay the hell out of trouble and stay out of prison. So me now gonna say them should did invite these guys through music. I remember we as Jamaican, we love our music, right? And we live and die by our music. So if them can use for them music and try to teach young people them say, listen, conflict resolution, we are one people, no problem. But Silvera, as a former member of parliament, right? As somebody from what you would call a Tapanaris class in Jamaica, he went on his social media platform and said that about those men. No, those men I said were not convicted of anything. So, did he abuse his little bully pulpit we him have, or did he respect their due process? I don't think so. He most certainly did not respect their due process because him wouldn't go out there I talk about say them one they on bail for murder and them something. Them shouldn't do that. And this is the thing where politicians need to understand that they have this huge responsibility and they have to watch their conduct and watch how they treat people. He could have said that in his home, but to use his social media platform and come try Don Ninjaman and Bounty Killer when they were not convicted. He didn't give them a chance for due process. And Peter Bunting did the same thing. Before Vybz Kartel was convicted and sentenced to murder, Bunting was in Miami speaking before a diaspora group. And he was there using cartel music and make presentation and I tell the people them say cartel music and make the local young people them I become menace to society and I run up scamming. And that is so wrong. When it comes down to due process, you have to respect other people's due process as you would want them to respect yours. So Silvera has not set a precedent for respecting due process. So what him find himself in right now, me no want call it karma because I wouldn't wish this for my worst enemy. And neither am I going to rejoice about it because this is quite sad. It's sad for the kids involved. It's sad for the woman that died. So I now rejoice over it. Right? I just justice me I deal with. No. The woman movement president come out yesterday and say them believe in a rule of law. I'm not just going to pick on her. The entire PNP, the PNP leadership, from the secretariat of the party to the leadership of the party, to the women's movement, their position is, as they published and released, is that they believe in due process. And they're basically asking us, John Public, not to judge him. Okay? When you're telling somebody, say, due process, what you're saying is, the person has not been found guilty, so don't judge them or don't find them guilty. That's what they're saying to us. And they also said that they believe in the rule of law. Okay? That's all fine and good. But when they have a precedent, when they have set a precedent, and I'm not talking about the entire PNP, and everybody in a PNP do that, but these elitists within the PNP party, the Bunting, the Silvera, the Mark Golding and those people, when they infringe on Jamaican people's due process, why can't we do the same thing to Silvera? I'm not saying it's right, I am just saying, when they do these things to Jamaican people, remember me just give one or two examples, but I know my politics, people. When you not talk to no idiot, if me not know something, not going comment or debate or talk about it. I use my eye and see Peter Bunting go over Miami, go call up cartel name to the diaspora. The man never convicted of nothing them time there. I mean, he's not a Gaza fan, me not defend cartel or nobody else. What I'm saying is, if you so believe in due process, why do you use your platform as a politician, use your position of power as a politician to infringe on other people's due process. You can't do that and then suddenly finds the moral authority to tell people when uno in a bangarang, say, oh, we need due process. You see what I'm saying, guys? Tell me if I'm being unfair. I don't think I'm being unfair. So, if it's a debate about due process, Patricia Duncan, she can come hear this because maybe she never know say Peter Bunting did infringe upon cartel due process. Maybe she never know say Jolyan Silvera infringed on Ninjaman due process when he was out on bail and never convicted them time there. So you see this Tapanaris click, but Mark Golding call them Tapanaris. You see this Tapanaris click. You see these people where them expect people to respect them, but then don't respect people. It cannot work like that. What you put out in the universe come back to you. And that's why right now, everybody a beat Silvera bad because when me see that something here 2 weeks ago, when him say about Ninjaman, me I say, oh God, then if a man out a road pan bail and you want to say something about the government, let us say that Silvera don't agree with the government at the time. Go into the dancehall people them for say help them try for faster peace in the society. If Silvera never agree with that, him could have just said that, Him could have just said, listen, me not believe say if you use them guys here. But when him go further and say one dey on bail for murder, one beat him woman with hammer, the man them not get convicted yet. But this is their style of politics, and this is the style of politics that destroy the People's National Party. Them use it upon them one another to no end. And this is why it come down to this now. Good night, everybody who are just joining. As you can see, may I try work out the technical part of it in terms of, all the graphics and the fancy stuff. I talk well, but I'm not as good with the technology part of Yaso as much as I am speaking. But I'm getting there, guys, because I have some friends who are trying to help me out. So, me not think we don't need to see any more than this one show right here so tonight. So bless upon yourself and thank you for joining. Somebody say, we cannot put the country in the hands of the PNP. Not this PNP. My belief say, every country should have a two-party system at least. Because if one not doing good, the people them should have a choice in the other. But what I don't believe in this time in Jamaica, and one of these nights we're going to talk about the politics, but tonight I'm really into talking about Silvera and them something there. But these guys here, what me see them do with Melissa Silvera, there's a whole heap of things I want to talk about that something there. And I will as time goes by, guys. So what I'm saying now about due process, Silvera and them people there, they not can talk to nobody about no due process. Like seriously. I watch them infringe on people due process. I can't tell you no look a secret. I'm telling you no look a secret. I pinch and telling you no come. I know so some of love chat, Anytime nobody asks you nothing about over here, so just send the link, go give them, because I pinch and tell you no. Right? Peter Bunting, when he run him campaign, him set up him bloggers them to come after me. Right? And from a day in this country in America, 23 years, I have never been convicted of anything. And them go out of social media and go up online and I was the biggest criminal. I'm going to say, but them people are not easy. And at the same thing I see them do with cartel, Bunting couldn't fix crime. And what him do? Him go use cartel as scapegoat in the diaspora, go put the man song pan sitting pan monitor. For see him sang and run up the scamming in the country. We know cartel was charged for murder. We don't know about no scamming. When he charged for no scamming. But I saw them wicked. And those in there in the PNP, they afraid of them. So that's why when time people now come out and start deal with them wicked and start talk how they stay. You don't notice them back down, then weak out now. Then weak out now because people are standing up to them. Right? Now, with Silvera now, we've already established that Silvera does not deserve no respect with no due process. Because it's not a man who respect people due process. And it's basically because of their classism behavior and their style where them feel like them above the people. And then don't respect people, but them want respect. Now, let me tell you now why I'm not feel him forget no bail. With due process, yes, him free to apply for bail, you know. And we don't want to say him shouldn't apply. I think he should be free to apply for bail, but why he shouldn't get bail in my view, guys? First of all, when the police them tell him to turn in himself, he never turned in himself. That's what was reported. Is that he was supposed to turn in himself Thursday morning, was at 9 o'clock. And I think his lawyer tried to get him to turn in himself and say, look, come and make me, you go turn in yourself, turn in you. And he never go. And when the police them know, go for him now, him say him want him lawyer and Champagne came and reports saw that Champagne was pissed. So now, when you aren't going to disregard the rule of law, because if police they turn in yourself, you're supposed to turn in yourself. Am I right or am I wrong? Guys, remember saying no, if I was your average Jamaican and them wanted, where the police them do? Only know where the police them are going to do. Them are going to put it on radio, up on TV, on social media. Them are going to put up them picture and put them everywhere. And say, little man, turn in yourself. Don't it? They never do that to him. Then try and negotiate with him and give him a look of privacy if you say, turn in yourself. And he never go. So based on that, I don't think that he should get bail. The other thing is, guys, Silvera was born in the UK. And as far as me know, for your born in the UK, automatically is a UK citizen, don't it? Me don't know if him rescind him citizenship from the UK. I don't even know if that's such a thing. If there's such a thing, because if you are born there, you're born there. You can't really, we can't change that. But I think we have had politicians in Jamaica who was born outside of the country, and then when them are going to politics, they what do you call it now? Me not really so hot on the immigration something, you know. But I think there's a way that they can basically make it so that they can go into politics and being a citizen just of that country. You understand? Somebody say I can't change it. That's what I thought. Once you're born there, you just can't change it. Right? Mark Golding same have a US not US, a UK passport. You know, I don't know if Mark Golding born in Jamaica, you know. Me always hear him born in St. Andrew, but he never say one hospital or if him born in a yard. So I don't know if him born in Jamaica, but him say him have a UK passport, because clearly with both parents being born in the UK, automatically I think him may get UK citizenship that way there. Somebody say renounce their citizenship if he's a Commonwealth citizen. Oh, okay. His father is Jamaican, so he qualifies. Yeah, me not say I'm not qualifying on Lincoln. What I'm saying is, with Silvera being born in the United Kingdom, and you know, I would assume he's a citizen of the UK, or did he renounce it? I don't know, but me no know. Me no feel like say it's safe for him get bail. Me no know what I think. You know what else? I don't think he should get bail, guys. Because when you apply for bail and you get granted bail, you know, it's not just about putting up this and putting up that, you know. It's about whether you establish yourself as somebody that can be trusted, right? And you see the way I see that crime here occur, where then contact say Melissa died in her sleep and she died from aneurysm, and then we can't hear say a gunshot. This whole thing was built on deception and lie. You understand? So you see people who lie and deceptive, me would trust them. So me not think it's appropriate to get bail. You understand, in a film situation. So the main thing for me is there were lies about the cause of death, number one. And number two, you were told to turn yourself in, and it's like you have a complete disregard for the law. You don't turn yourself in. So with those two things, if I were to decide on bail and put my feelings aside, put any bias I may have aside, him not show me personally, so him as somebody we can be trusted. Remember, Champagne, the client from 2019, was accused of killing the MP at East Portland. Remember, say, him did the pan bail and go away, Remember the first day trial supposed to start. Everybody I expect this man to turn up to trial. And him way to court then saying disappear. To this day, nobody no know which part him there. You understand? And you're no manhunt. This is murder we're talking about. You're no manhunt and then sitting there. So Silvera can disappear the same way too. And if somebody there on bail, you're not supposed to take with them passport and sitting. Especially as a charge as serious as this one. I don't think you should get bail at all. And especially as me say, Champagne client, when name Simeon, nobody know Simeon there. From Simeon take one himself the man in the trial supposed to start. Nobody not see him again. Your Jamaica police, they must talk nothing. Me not see him on a wanted TV nowhere in America. So I would not give him bail. Okay? So now, make we talk a little bit about why they kill Melissa. Or why they cover it up. Let me just say that. Because I personally feel say how this thing went was Melissa get shot. Melissa bleed out. Because nobody not gonna get no 3 shot and no bleed. I don't know which part under the earth and sun we see them sitting there happen. My feel say Melissa get the 3 gunshot them. And there was a major cleanup effort. Major cleanup. And now one person do it. Somebody go get the cleanup agent them, the cleaning agent them. Because if you don't know how blood smells strong when we're talking about shooting and them something there. And there's something where you just can use soap and water and wipe up. You have to get some strong cleaning agent to get the smell of blood away. So there was a big cleanup effort, right? Our clothes blood up. Maybe the floor blood up. All kind of thing blood up. Blood splat up on the wall. Remember them painting room and stuff, right? And in painting the room or renovating the room, clearly they would have had to clean off the floor, clean off this before the workman then come in. Would you agree with me? All right. So the cleaning up go on. The police them now to find out who helped clean up the scene, which part then dash the things them, and which are them bury the things them, right? So after now, Melissa get the shot and then clean up everything. Maybe Melissa was alive, maybe she was dead at the time. I don't know. She could have been dead, she could have been alive. I don't know which part she get the shot, if I in her head or in her lower body. I don't know. We hear rumors, but I don't really know. So then call now couple of the risers them. Then call the risers them for go up on the murder scene. And me talk so, I mean, I pinch and tell him that one you need her. Because the little bit of blood girl, as she can talk out everything. So, him know who him for call. Because him could call Peter Phillips for come there, so. Him could call Lisa Hannah for come down there, so. Him could call no sensible people. So him would have call a look a riffraff them and the idiot them in a PNP. The dog, what's your name? Then call her dog bed too, but the one in them little bit of blood. Then call them kind of riffraff people there. Then call the fool them. We say them a medical doctor. Then maybe call one MP when I have much sense. Right? And then go down there. And then look for Melissa. Me no know the story where they hear, you know. Me no know the story where they hear if they hear say she collapsed or she was just not breathing or they find her drop down on the ground and then put her on the bed. We don't know what they hear say. But clearly then come there and it look like say they would have had to come on some kind of mission. Whether them are going to do an assessment, because clearly a little bit of blood tell we, you know, say assessment, do you know. And what was the assessment? There was a little bit of blood on her nose, and we thought that it was an aneurysm. Clearly, they were not told anything. They were not told what killed her. They were not told how she got injured. They were not told why she was suspected to be dead. They weren't told the truth, I don't think. So them say a little bit of blood in their nose. But then again, little bit of blood maybe that story they then give her for run with. Maybe she involved in the cleanup too, you know. That's why I keep on I say Fitzbailey and the police they must put all of these people on a trial, make them get cross-examination by a prosecutor and make them explain themselves. You can't call me out of my house and come tell me about say so and so collapse and drop down and so have blood at their nose and they not breathe and I must come down there. Me not do that. You're crazy. Call 119. Call ambulance and police. And soldier and thief. No call me. Because nobody now can set no trap for me can get tangled up in a murder. You're crazy. I'm not doing that. Remember, say me not a siren for my car, you know. So when time then call soldier and police and ambulance and everybody, them have siren car go through traffic quick and fast. So they may reach it before me. So what kind of people them they know? What kind of sense they have? You know, see them judgment bad. They not no good judgment. That's why they not farm no government. Because if they may have good judgment, they may have tell the man, say, call the police and call the ambulance. And you say if the woman body is not there, all if the woman body there, me no want go there go look. Me no want see. Just tell me how it go. Me no want go down there. Because something no sound right about this to me. You're not supposed to come call me. You're supposed to call police. You're supposed to call ambulance. To try and save the woman life or something. But they know how their style go. Their style is to conspire and cover up and tell lie. The Rise United movement are their style that are Silvera know their style. That's why I call them. And he know them going to come. But let me tell you something. You see in life, you have some people where them like to see a downfall. Me believing in my heart, so you see all of them who go down there, Melissa Silvera, I think they're jealous of her, bad mind, envious, and they don't like woman. Because Melissa Silvera, as I said in my vlogs, guys, she's one of the very few chemical engineers in Jamaica. Right? That is not no easy study. You have to have your head screw on by your body and understand certain things. And I want to feel a study where women study a lot either. So she was a very smart woman. Me not ask Christ. Me not know her. But just based on the fact that she studied chemical engineering, she's very smart. Any woman where engineer, then very smart. Right? And them know so she's very smart. And that's why you have the girl like the look a bit of blood on them people. They like to latch on to people who are accomplished and people who are smart. They like to latch on to people like those, right? So it is alleged that Melissa was in this abusive relationship. And all who show up when the woman are dead, why them never show up when she was alive and say something about the abuse? And one thing me tell myself, me say, if any of my friend them dead, one thing what me not go say, anybody we in an abusive relationships, that is, one thing me not go say is, me did know say him did a beat her or she da beat him. Me did know. No, me did know I'm a talk. And if them vex because me talk, then so be it. But one thing me not go say, when judgment and death come, me not go ball out say, me did know and true me never want to say nothing. No, I'm not that type of friend. If beat not go on, me go say, no, this is wrong. You need to get out of here. And if you want vex, you go vex. But when you're dead, me not go go my bed with no guilty conscience. So all who show up when the woman a meet her demise, they never show up when they could have help her. When they could have say something. Me not like them kind of people there. Yeah, some people, when you are winning a life, you don't see them. They not gonna celebrate the winnings with you. But make them hear say something wrong with you. And them the time that them will come. Because they want to see your demise. They're glad to see your demise. And those are not friends. You understand? And me go tell my subscriber them something else. You see anybody we in a relationship with nobody we have a problem with alcohol, alcoholism is a very nasty disease. If you are with somebody and find out that they have an alcohol problem, get them help. Get them help. Even if you love them, get them help. Because that's not a healthy relationship. Right? And it is just a sad thing that all those people for 6 weeks, them know them is dead. They know what they see. They know what they were told. And they said nothing. They said nothing. All they did was they went there. Them see the look a bit of blood at the woman nose. And one of them suddenly, say one aneurysm she looked like she did have, because they were told say the woman dead in her sleep, or she did a sleep and then just see her so with her nose a bleed. Then go down not even shine one pen light in the woman nose to see if I really out of her nostrils the blood a come from. Maybe then just see the blood there. But they went there, and as a little bit of blood said, we saw her bleeding a little bit from her nose, so we thought it was an aneurysm. Imagining, guys. Look how far some of them live from which the woman live, and then get called up there. And go up there. Them see the woman body, They see the woman body. And on me talk so. A little bit of blood say we saw the little bit of blood coming from her nose and think of aneurysm. So they see her body. Me I wonder how much of them call 119 when them a go down at the house. Because if they call 119, maybe police don't reach it before them. But they make this diagnosis from Melissa say aneurysm. Now, how could you not be suspicious of these people? How could you not think that there was some cover-up attempt? How would you feel knowing that Melissa grew up in the party, married in the party, and you have to say she dead in the party? Some of them, they want to separate it. Like they want to say, oh, our husband killed her, the party now nothing to do with it. Damn lie. The party has everything to do with it. You know why? When the woman are dead, I know she and the husband alone did it. When the woman are dead, the husband called the party and members of the party to come there. So it's not just the husband and she problem or business. When the husband call members of the party, they should go. Them put this on the party. Because when they were called, they went. And to make matters worse, them never showed for the woman her funeral. Some of them did for go there as pallbearer for go carry the woman casket and then don't show up. And I see their name on the program. I see their name on the program for be the pallbearer and they never go help carry out the woman casket. Why? If them never have nothing to do with it, you just not gonna go because you heard gunshots and you feel deceived. You feel deceived, so you just don't go. That's not how you handle that. That's a separate issue. Feeling deceived by the person who is the suspect is one thing. And it's a separate thing to know, say, a woman where you know come dead like this. You go to the funeral. You go to the funeral. If you know you have a good conscience, you go to the funeral. Somebody say, Nella say you don't need 30 people for show up if you're not dead like that. You sure don't. So all of them question there for answer in a one trial. Right? A one person I see from the PNP will show up. Anthony Hilton, the member of parliament, and them say Bunting wife was there. So, me not see the opposition leader will come announce the woman murder. Oh, God. The opposition leader will come out and say the woman dead. And the way they talky, so casual, like, like there's nothing there. She just slept away. Not even he had the decency to show up. The party chairman didn't show up. I would like to know how is the mother-in-law feeling and thinking right now. The mother-in-law know what happened to Melissa. Because like me telling you before, as a parent, you know your child. You had your child, you raise your child, you know your child. You know when your child is lying and you know when your child is telling the truth. You know when something is wrong with your child, you know when them are pretend, you know everything about your picnic. That mother-in-law knows exactly what happened. Which part me see him sit down in at the church? You know, me's a very observant person. And when me see the side where him sit down on the church look like a film family them. And some of them women they will sit down over there so with him. Me see them body language. They know what time it is and they know what happened. They know. Me surprised me never see a PJ Patterson there. Right? I mean, this is so bizarre. There may have been people who really wanted to go, but they just didn't know how. Like they just don't know what to do. Me understand. Me kind of understand. Somebody said, please hit the like button. Yes, thank you. Guys, please hit the like button and do all of the something them. Because may I learn? Me like out the steady show. Thank you for throwing that in there. Yeah. So the person who do the cleanup, the person is supposed to be brought to justice. The person will help do the cleanup. As me said, the doctor will go there, go make the diagnosis. I go do what he's supposed to do. Like him depend home call, or him is the woman, like the woman is impatient. You can be a doctor and somebody will call you then yard in an emergency situation like that. You send them go to ER. You not go there. Is your patient? No. You send them go to the emergency room. Because them they good all in a problem right now with medical something. They're not supposed to do that. Somebody said justice for Melissa. Jesus Christ, all the party hierarchy never show up. Me understand why PJ wouldn't go, it hurt him. Yeah man, him hurt for sure. I heard he was very, very hurt by that. You know? I mean, when you do everything what you're supposed to do in life, in terms of her mother is not here anymore, but I'm sure her parents did a good job with her, getting her educated, stuff like that. I see sometimes when we are educated with girl pitney them, we can't just tell them about school and academic. We have to show them, the ropes in our life. We have to make them street smart and know certain things. Because they might be book smart, but they don't smart when it comes on to analyzing human behavior. When time it comes on to knowing when they are in danger. These are things that we have to teach our girls. We have a 15-year-old. And with all these things, so more time we out there, so, wash up some plate and rare and you bring the conversation in there. Help them understand how this world works. And when they're victims. And how to carefully get themselves out of abusive situation and prevent getting into one to begin with. But with our children sometimes, we're so focused on getting them, the best education and book smart. We have to make them street smart too. Because there's no way that a person should be smart academically and they're not smart otherwise and know when danger over their head. They're supposed to be smart, man. Somebody said not a person. The cleaning crew would be a team of persons, very professional. No, man, me I talk about the people them will help with the clean up before the cleaning crew come. The people them will come renovate the room, and them the people that first come with the cleaning, Remember, say if them the people that come and see blood and they see them are gonna report it. What you mean by no sound? You not hear me? You not hearing me? Type yes if you not hear me. Sonia said there's no sound. Yes. So, okay, thank you. And thank you, Steady Show. Thank you. Guys, if you don't appreciate the content, I want to appreciate the advocacy, you can drop something in the super chat here. So I'm not against that. Me never come out here come beg when you like me see some people do. But our children, them, me I beg on for do say a prayer for them. Because the woman that come out and say she a woman's movement advocate, right? She come out and talk like so she was an advocate of the man, or she came out and talk as if she was an advocate for due process. If you take the position to be an advocate for women and justice for women, she's supposed to be focused on what happened to Melissa and justice for Melissa. She never have to make no comment on the man, She never have to make no comment on the man. But then send her out for contact about say true the man is a member of the party. Why Mark Golding never come out contact so? I him we see the man with every day, I feel Ed we see the man a hold up umbrella pan every day. So him should have come out contact. She come out contact. The talk when she come out contact, she come out contact like a representative of women. So in my view, guys, I would be very curious now to know what defense is gonna be used, because me hear Champagne tell one reporter say the man are maintaining innocence. Right? But if this goes to trial, what is gonna be the defense? And anybody who is in favor of him getting bail, remember, Leo not get no bail. Okay? Leo and our co-accused them, they don't get no bail. Noel Maitland, he don't get no bail. And he now got trial so till next year, April. Him just get him trial date set. So if them not get no bail, and they shouldn't, why is it that this man now, where Them don't come straight forward with the woman cause of death number one, and then don't turn in himself when he's supposed to turn in himself. So why should him get bail? Me no feel say if he get no bail. God say I know. Let me see what you guys are saying here. So yeah, I mean, when them gonna come talk about say, good night, Trev Essence. Me see I post the things them Trev, and I try to keep the conversation alive where Melissa is concerned and her kids, and that is we all see you and we all appreciate you. Trev said the poor picnic them have their own life destroyed all because of greed and downright wickedness. May I tell you, man? Boy, you see me look on the little boy, I think of the oldest son. He looks like he's about 9 or 10 years old. The boy, I say me just feel sorry for the little boy. And don't think for a minute, The little boy, they know what happened to him mother here. Because they living at the same household and they know things. And Jamaica picnic them on a fool. They're very smart. For some picnic will live in a developing country, they are very intuitive and they're very smart. So them know. The little boy there. When me see just sit down and hold on his head. Something is wrong, man. And it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time for them to, feel a sense of normalcy again. And I just hope that the people's care they're in, they have the resources to get them therapy and just try to gradually get them back into being normal and just love them, show them love and show them stability. Me say, as me I talk to no I water run out of my eye for them look up picnic day. Told me sorry for them. Me understand say yes, people sick and dead and you know them way there. But for something like that so wicked happen to them. The mother that love them so dearly and everybody who come talk about Melissa. Only notice that the first thing then talk about how she love her boys them and how she take care of them. Nobody's ever gonna do that like her for those kids anymore. They may try. But raising kids is a job. Even one. Me's a mother of one. And it's a job. Especially if you're committed to it and you take your parenting serious. And a 3 little boy them they know. Nobody will ever do it like his mom or their mom. But I'm sure that they will try. Why may I tell you no? They are going to need a lot of counseling. Jolyan have a daughter from previous relationship. I think I see her out there, Yes, I think I see her. They can, them rich. She was in a boys' mom club. She loves her boys. Yes. They are going to need a lot of counseling. Which doctor pronounced her dead? A doctor must examine and give permission to remove the body. That's what we don't know. The only thing Fitzjackson said in the press conference was that he was kind of saying that a doctor on the scene, let us say that one of the PNP doctor them come look on her and then pronounce her dead because then don't see no pulse and then don't see no breathing, right? Fitzbailey was saying that the doctor who shows up, they would not have known that she was shot or anything like that, right? The only people them know we are gonna know say she shot, except for those who did it, are the ones who are gonna perform the autopsy. Those are the pathologists, because they are going to see her body in the nude, and them are gonna examine her body from the tip of our toe to the crown of our head. Them look through everything, turn her over, look between our foot, look on our back. Them are gonna look everywhere. And then good I'll put her through to put her through bar body through scanner, and there's something there. I have never seen anybody perform an autopsy before. I'm working healthcare, but I've never seen anybody do no autopsy, right? So I'm not really want to elaborate too much on it, but I know that the doctor who show up on the scene for pronounce her dead and them something there, them are gonna just pronounce her dead based on her vital signs, right? So if she doesn't have a blood pressure, clearly if you're dead, you have no blood pressure. If she's not breathing, she has no pulse, she has no blood pressure, and if you put her up on a heart monitor, she's gonna be flatlined. Okay? So that's how you know somebody's dead. No breathing, no pulse, no blood pressure. But nonetheless, when they show up, let us say she did dead already. When they show up, them should have still checked for your pulse. And if they not see none, maybe they could have do CPR. But then again, I wonder to yourself, how long has she been that way? Has she been that way 20 minutes? Because if so, she's dead. If you show up and somebody not a pulse for 20 minutes, then gone long time. So I can only imagine the sense of betrayal that some people feel who had good intentions. So we have to be careful, because sometimes we think we know people. Trust me, people can surprise you in a way that you never recover. Especially if you think so you know people. Somebody say that crime scene needed a whole army to clean it up. So who were those people? Yeah, talk about the 30 people them, Trev. The people them will show up there. We have to go by where look a bit of blood say, Look a bit of blood say about 30 people it did it, right? You see the people them will get called from the political apparatus, and them the people there we for worry about, because of them know what they go see, and they know what they were told, and of them now come tell the nation nothing. They not come talk nothing. For 6 weeks, they don't talk nothing. I know say if I didn't me get called on a crime scene there, I'm gonna look on it. And irrespective of what the husband said, me would have find something suspicious, And without even seeing it, just based on the shit that you hear, going there, I would have found a lot of stuff suspicious. Them see the body. They know they see the body. Yeah, because they see a little bit of blood. Christ child. No, man. We have to get a girl the name Miss Little Bit of Blood. When I hear gunshot, 3 gunshot, and girl can tell people about Little Bit of Blood and nose. You know, see them tamper with everything, man. God almighty. Go see where the woman go through. Go see the woman frightened when she get the first shot. Eh? No, sir. Them brutal. And today, me see one of my video them come up on YouTube. When me did a cuss them about a year ago. I said me I go expose them because they hate woman and they will kill woman. I'm watch a video and just shake my head. Yeah, because I run a campaign pan them already, Last year, I run a campaign pan them and say, uno a misogyny, uno hate woman. You say, if uno style a hate for woman, uno will kill woman. And they never disappoint. If there is no conviction, what do you think will happen? If there is no conviction, I think people are still going to feel the way they feel, and people are going to basically rub out the justice system. I mean, if the gun, when they say then seize and test and the ballistics say it match, me not say why there shouldn't be a conviction. When you talk to me, son, if the gun match, how can there not be a conviction? I don't know what other evidence them have, but clearly them have enough evidence. And it cannot be just the fact that the gun match. I mean, that alone could make him a suspect, but I suspect that they have more than that. The fact that the gun match, the fact that the place renovated, them something they're highly suspicious, Highly, highly suspicious. And people are come talk about bail. The man they are road for what 6 or 7 or 8 weeks after the woman dead. What kind of bail? This is Jamaica. Remember the X6 case. I do remember the X6 case, but not clearly. I don't exactly remember why the man did get off of that case there. Rick, we have a black road if Jolyan not get convicted. Finally got the chance to put a voice to the face. And as expected, the voice matches your beautiful face and fit for the radio. Thank you. Watching from Cold Climes of... which part name, so? Cold Climes of NA. Where's that, Terry? Somebody said, is there any truth that she was shot in her private part? I don't know. I heard people saying it, but I really don't know. I would hope not. The rise of reach menopause. Me can't believe it. When me see the people them come out of social media, I try defend the thing. Like they not stand up for the woman. And that make people get in an activism mode. You understand? Because if everybody did just sit down so and I take what them a say, when you not sit there get to everybody get to man. Nobody now take up for woman. Nobody now say justice. More than them I can tell with some bullshit about say a little bit of blood and anybody will shoot her must have done it from 20 feet away and that must have been a marksman and that must have been a hired person. Me even hear them say the woman get shot in the mag. So when you see stuff like them, they can tell there's a concerted effort to continue the cover up. And there's a concerted effort to rise against the woman in debt. Because that then though, they rise against the woman and both them have woman movement over there. Woman movement where? You can't hear so much lie and so much twisted story and so much deception that come out of one woman debt. And you can talk about say, you don't sure for him do it. We're not fool. We are feel how we feel. Because we know what we are say. Champagne say, we must stick to the facts. And the fact is that they lie about how Melissa died. That is the fact. Okay? Didn't tell us the truth from the beginning. So where there is an unsolved murder, and where there is mystery, and where there is lie, and where there is wickedness and cover up, we're not gonna side with that. We're gonna talk how we feel. Can't side with that. You're crazy. Come kill woman round here and feel like say them are gonna get away with it. No, it's not supposed to work like that. The woman have a whole bright future in her. Lose a picnic. I don't know what it feels to lose a child, but I can only imagine. And I can't even do that. Because some things you just have to go through to get to understand it. Lose a child and still a wallet. You lose a child and you raise 3 more. That's hard enough. And still doing a good job, irrespective of losing your child. Somebody say, they are covering you. What do you mean by cover me? Family can be your worst enemy. True, man. I have to say the PNPs are extended family, because she grew up in the PNP, right? And she married in the party. Her godfather, a PJ. So I have to say she grew up in the party. I have to say her own family, them. You understand? Before then tell a man for call the police and they're sitting there. Them run gone pan crime scene and knock out after 6 weeks. Keep them mouth shut. And after the truth come out now, them come up and tell people shit at their ears like people are idiot. Somebody say, I hope the prosecutors don't drop the ball. Is gun in play plus removal of evidence sound like circumstantial evidence to me. I'm no lawyer. Well, we can only wait and see now. What I know though is that when it comes down to investigations in Jamaica, I think that the investigators need to broaden the way that they view investigating cases. For example, in this case now, don't just focus on the suspect. Focus on those who may have assisted him. Focus also on those who may have omitted information. You understand? Or who keep silent on information when they know a crime was committed and them something there. All of them something there, you know. And one thing I like about America, you know. When them ready for go investigate, you know, and something serious like this, they not left no stone unturned. None. She should not have mentioned the accused name. She should have just spoken about Melissa only and speak with sympathy. Then that me I talk about Nella. But what them tell her to do? Them basically tell her say, because him is a member of the party, them have to come out and talk something. But the only thing where they should have come out and say is that them revoke all them duties and activities to the party. They need to say that and put that on the record. Because she might have said them don't know who do it, but we feel we know who do it. Because of all the damn lies and all the suspicion surrounding it. And you don't lie about something unless you damn well are involved in it under these circumstances. Somebody can kill a spouse and you come out and tell a lie. That don't make no sense. Somebody say they assume she was shot in the bedroom because the cop took a picture of a spent shell. She alleged. No one heard the gunshots unless he used a silencer. The timeline when she was shot is not known. Well, it's not no silencer use because the police them tell you what kind of gun use. Right? So the question now what people need for ask is this. Where the picnic them did they on the night of the 10th of November and on the night of the 9th? Were the kids there? Anybody else was there? Did anybody hear anything? The funny thing, Sonia, the party he was going to was for Melissa's aunt. Show you how cold he is. Trev, you see people who are psychopathic, narcissistic, and them something there. Them don't experience a thing called empathy and remorse and a conscience. Right? They don't experience that. So they can get up and be as normal as they were yesterday and before the incident happened. The conscience is a elevating and some people just don't have that. Me say to somebody say, if Melissa did have family at Garrison, or if Melissa was one of them girls from Garrison, you think say the man could have come sit down in that church there? Yeah, it was a lie from the beginning. Lie from the beginning, but them want to come and tell people otherwise. So me don't know which country now them could have want run when we see them style and what them do. You can't them there are people you can't trust. Them people that will commit murder man and cover it up. Them there are people you can't trust. Remember no stranger then do that something at you know. Melissa one of them, you know. Melissa is one of them. She not a stranger to them. Me I wonder if a police go to them or them go to police. Because you can't tell me say, not one of them never go upon that the scene there and suspect say something not right here. So because you hear what Bailey say? Bailey say the police requested for the postmortem to be done and further investigation. Because the police pick up say something not right here, so the story now add up. This no make sense. So surely it cannot be only the police alone who pick up say something is wrong. It doesn't sound right. Somebody said, well, not somebody. Let me just be clear. The Gleaner. The Gleaner said he had been telling people that he was not there the night, right? And don't me sure no, Bobby Montague, what him said. Bobby Montague said, me I thought the city member of parliament for Western St. Mary said, condolences to the husband whose wife passed away last night with him by her side. Bobby said, I talked to him, and the little bit of blood girl I said, no, Bobby would have been the last person to talk to him. They might do everything in their power. And the opposition leader is so weak, he cannot come out and make a comment. And him are the leader. He is a follower. He can't be no leader. Missy when Dr. Bloomfield on East Portland dead, the whole of the PNP people them go. From the leader to Portia who not even did in politics anymore. The whole PNP go at the funeral and a murder. The man get murdered. Me remember they say the man did in a funny business. Right? We don't know if it's true because Champagne client escape gone. So we not really hear how that really go. But the people them show up and pay them respects. Same thing with the councillor over Southborough, what died. The leadership of the PNP went. As some know them 8 women, you know. I mean, not care what me talk, you know. Then got Dr. Bloomfield funeral. Then got Ainsley Parkins funeral, and the cause of those men's death was murder. So Melissa get murdered and then didn't go on Melissa funeral. Why? Then 8 women and don't respect woman. Then 8 women and don't respect woman that much where they cannot go and pay their respects. Even though the woman murder and even though the suspect her husband, as a matter of fact, the suspect wasn't her husband them time there, technically. But they never go because them suspect him. But that wasn't a good enough reason to not go. Somebody say, I agree with you on the lie from the beginning. Yes. No woman, whether Melissa or my mother, nobody not supposed to die in such a way. For real, man. Thanks for this platform of truth. You're welcome. No one knows about the suspicious drowning of the little son. Boy, I mean, I know that the one that sound like I want rage. Want rage. You know them way there? I don't know. But all that for look into. Because as me say, a man is supposed to, a man, a father, husband. And you are the security of your yard, you know. You're supposed to make sure that everybody in your house safe. From your pitney them to your wife. Everybody's safe in your house. And in your house alone, your pitney are dead and your wife are dead and you come talk about say, you don't know how do it. Me can't like them people here. I just the truth. I hear he gets a bed in jail. Then he must have bed. Me don't know nobody at jail asleep on floor. He must have one little bed, man. Me want him and Ninjaman for the on the same cell block. In America, when someone died, the first person's police investigate is the spouse, wife or husband. He should have been arrested from beginning. Well, You see through how Jamaica system stay now with the autopsy and them something there. You always have to say justice delayed because we are a developing country. Me know say Fitzbailey come out and talk some very glowing things about the JSTF and whatever, and how them I use, more science and stuff to solve crimes. But I mean, based on what he told the people, the police and them something, them have to wait for a little bit more for really call him a suspect. Me understand. Me understand. But when we get the report on the radar say the room is renovate, me I wonder when the police them did know that, because if the police them did know say the room renovate, yes, them could have suspect him from that, from the renovation of the room. But I guess they had to wait for the autopsy, which would have been a more concrete, way of saying, hey, you are a suspect. When me a gunshot, me frightened till me nearly drop down. Although the first time when the woman did, I think I was the 11th of November. I see it out of social media. I comment and say, investigate the husband. And one lawyer woman, one PNP lawyer woman tell me say, I must stop it because the woman died in her sleep from aneurysm. Yeah, me na my mind, no? Them the rise of the other 8 woman. No, so this one investigation. I look for the comment, so till I may not give up, Me go find the comment and screenshot it one of them there, yeah. I me even tell the woman say, me say, where you get aneurysm from? Me read the paper yesterday. Me read the paper today. And the paper say the woman died in her sleep. Where you come from with aneurysm? So me I ask my little group now if they hear not born an aneurysm. I me screenshot it and show them. So I just thought, okay, more information is coming out. Because it's a private thing. People dying in their house. It's a kind of a private. People deserve their privacy. So I said, okay, maybe I look at more information come out today. And true, she a liar. I kind of feel say, all right, should I do her homework before she come out here contact them something there? But when you trust people, sometimes you just take their word for it. Somebody say, America does not play when it comes to such cases for real. No, sir. You're crazy. From their ear, say somebody missed him. I don't know if you remember one case where it happened in Illinois. One policeman too, I don't think them even find the body of his wife to this day. She went missing. Her family reported it. Them search for the body. They search all no. Theme argument is that the woman run with gone because the woman, she was maybe like 15 years younger than him. And theme argument is that she find man and gone. Now, of course, nobody bought that because she would never leave her child. They had a child together. And the woman disappeared without a trace. And he did have a wife who did dead before that. You know what the people them do? Reopen the case and find him guilty. He's still in prison right now. They've yet to find his current wife. What's the name again? I think in the name Drew Peterson. Yes, Drew Peterson. Somebody said a silencer can put on or taking off a gun. It's like an attachment. Okay, I never know. I mean, you see it in movies, but I've never really been exposed to it. Somebody said, all I know, if something of this nature had ever happened here, where I live, a whole heap of people would be looking over them shoulder and scampering, looking for somewhere to hide. Where are you, Terry? It took me many years to see how evil and cruel some people can be. May I tell you, man, you have to be careful with people. You have it, and that's what I teach my daughter at 15, But tell her, say, so when people talk, every single word will come out of their mouth. You take note of it. Don't make nothing go over your head. If you're in love with somebody, because sometimes we're in love, and when they do up on me, ready for go off in our head and we feel nice, we miss every red flag. Whether you're in a romantic relationship or your friend, take note of what people are said to you. Because so you got to assess people and know who to trust and who not to trust. Me not really mix up with people where honestly, I may not discriminate. But at this point in our life, me just can't bother. People will come with personality disorder. People will come with substance abuse problem. Me can't bother. Me not try to play nobody mother, nobody nurse, nobody Jesus savior. Eh. Somebody say can't be trusted. Yes. And of them are people here. One farm government. Mark Golden. Where him don't even have him not have the guts. Him not have the courage to say anything. Right? And you not have to come out and incriminate nobody. Now if you come out come do that, you're not supposed to do that neither. But when couldn't come out and say is, we're sorry to hear, we're very saddened about what happened to one of our dear own, Melissa Silvera. As of right now, as things took a turn with the investigation and everything, we have dismissed Mr. Silvera from the party until further notice. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's what you're supposed to do. That is the right thing to do. Because as a major political party, you want to disassociate yourself from that. Because as long as this is before the court, and as long as this is a thing, we're always going to talk about it. And we're always going to remember that Jolyan Silvera is a current member of the People's National Party. Every time people talk about it, they're going to talk in terms of him and the PNP. And you know why? Because someone is so fool when you get called to the murder scene, you go. And you come out here and try to defend it. So until you disassociate yourself, my love, anytime we talk about it, we're always associate the man. We don't know because we want to say, we don't know who do it. We don't know if him do it. We want to say due process. Kupa on too. It's amazing how the Rise United 9 cover up the crime scene and use bloggers to spread disinformation about it. And that then do yes. We need to start calling the gang a 9. Seen another blogger saying PJ Patterson was the one who requested a pathology. I don't know how much sense that makes, Terry, because I think once somebody dies, right? And if there is suspicion, if the person is healthy and there's no explanation as to how they died, I think the full pathology is automatic at that point. So I don't know how PJ could have did request something like that, or if maybe somebody in our family maybe was saying don't do it, but I think the normal procedure is when somebody dies, an unexplained death, there's an automatic autopsy done. Computer says a timeline and list of people present are known to be in the vicinity needs to be established. Then that's why a trial need to happen. This is why a trial must happen. Or if not a trial, then some serious interrogation need to happen. And as me say, when everybody we can talk a trial and sit down in a witness box, then guilty or then charged, But when it comes down to something like this, the public and the family members, them need a transparent, as you say, timeline of who came, what they saw, when they came, what they were told, what they saw, and when they left and what occurred during that time. That's how we're going to get clarity, right? And them something there. So the closed door business and them something, they don't make no sense. And when them say more charges are come now, what kind of more charges do you think are come? Because they charge him for murder already, right? And they say more charges are come. So if them file no more charges, Let's say, for example, obstruction or anything related to a cover up. They would have to have evidence that he obstructed justice and that he um concealed evidence or prevented the police from doing their job. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying we don't really know everything what the police them have yet still. But if they say more charges are come, I suspect and I guess it would be something like, obstruction or, preventing the police from doing their job. Or I think one of the young man them in a Palwell baby death. One of them may get charged for one of them may get one charge where everybody did ask me. So what that charge I mean? The charge had something to do with knowing that a crime was committed and you did not report it. I think it's called misimprisonment. So when me go look for misimprisonment, because I never hear that the term there. Misimprisonment. So I realized that it was a British legal term that clearly is not really used in America. I live in America. So it's a British term. And yes, the misimprisonment now are when people know say one crime committed and then don't report it. Christchild said they might tie up themselves. Nella said an autopsy is mandatory, especially when they say one dies of natural causes. It's the law. Yes, that's what I thought. Head office says once you didn't die in the hospital, you have to do a postmortem on the body. Absolutely, yeah. There's the preliminary, when somebody dead. There's the preliminary where them tell you, for example, if somebody dies and it's clearly obvious, let's say somebody is shot. You see somebody shot outside. That would be the preliminary where you can say, yeah, then get shot, and once they get shot, then dead. And then you have the other part now where it take a longer time. That takes about 6 weeks where they take in the body, strip down the body, and go through the whole process. That's the full autopsy report. Now, with the preliminary now, and this is the problem coming with Melissa. Somebody come there and make it seem like in the preliminary report, she died from an aneurysm. And little bit of blood come say, we saw the blood and we thought. So at them do the preliminary then. And maybe that's why the police now requested that more should be done. Too bad it took so long. Somebody say, because he's a part of everything, I tell him can't lead me. Not even the PMP women's movement didn't show up. Me say, what a shame and disgrace, man. When me see the people them whether they are ball, and say one PMP somebody a ball. No, sir. Talk about throwing people under the bus. Talk about throwing people under the bus. The women's movement, Patricia Duncan, she come out and talk yesterday. And you never hear she go make a talk at the woman funeral. They not gonna make a talk at the woman funeral. But then come and talk about say them hear they hear the turn of events and they hear this and then believe in a rule of law and then believe in a due process. Move up, go about due process. After no respect no due process. When I say then do cartel. When I say then do cartel. And it's not let me tell you why I'm vexed about that. When they go down to Miami, go tell Miami and the diaspora say cartel a drive up scamming in our country. You know why I'm vexed? Because them take the man music and go play upon the monitor. And you see when you do a thing like that now, you start to turn in the people them against dancehall. Me's not really a big dancehall fan, especially of them nowadays artists where all them do a perform with them pants a drop off of them and them style. I am not really a big fan of that. Right? But me love dancehall same. Me and my dancehall thing I want to listen to same way. But when them a go carry dancehall music, go tell people say a dancehall a run up scamming, that's bullshit. And that's why when election run 2020 and Bunting go to Bounty Killer saying one dog, Bounty Killer run him where and say you're a hypocrite man, you have to go away. You can't do that. Instead of him go to the diaspora and tell the diaspora what his plan was as the Minister of National Security, he takes a Jamaican citizen and go use dancehall as a scapegoat. Them not have no style, them not have no substance, and then don't have no use. And that's why we have to talk against them. I know many of you on here may want to see a change in government in Jamaica. And that's okay. We not have to always agree upon the politics neither. That's okay. But God Almighty, look what these people did and look how they are reacting in the face of such tragedy. And them supposed to leave country. I don't think so. As a God, I don't think so. Somebody say circumstantial evidence is very strong against Silvera. Very interesting times ahead. Of course. And that's the thing now with a little bit of blood now, If a little bit of blood now, where the renovation for? Why is the room renovated? Less than a month. In less than a month, your wife dead. I mean, this thing is so bizarre, guys. You see the party? The party when did I go one night, yeah? When then tell him for turning himself Thursday and on Friday night, he not turning himself yet. The party where they go keep, so the party they go keep at the same yard where the woman dead. Party I keep for the auntie. Some family are some real sell out, Yeah, man. Some family are real sell out. Because me I look for say boy maybe that the auntie they have dementia. And most dementia that the auntie they have. My niece could have dead, so you're coming at the same house where my niece dead, where you can't get a good explanation. I can't talk about party. Eh? You better go keep one party down at GP and Cell Block 9. When you not see the man them a prisoner keep party now, and they so them for go keep party. No make no damn sense. Somebody say aneurysm can be diagnosed with the naked eye, not from a doctor, much less one who is not. Nella, them things say we are big head bud, man. Them swear we are big head bud. Talk truth now. You have about 20 things that can cause a nosebleed. Maybe even more than that. But the average things, then we know medication, we know high blood pressure, we know nose picking, we know deviated septum, we know, infection and them things they can cause a nosebleed, right? And yes, aneurysm can. Not a lot, but it can. So when the doctor or the little bit of blood girl now, I can tell we say, them think of aneurysm because them see the blood at the nose. Which friggin' doctor I could just look upon somebody with a little bit of blood at their nose and say, oop, aneurysm? No. Nobody does that. No one does that. And that's why it need more transparency. Because we need to know is which idiot look at the woman and pull out aneurysm out of the bag. Did that person ask is she on any medication? Did she have an injury to the nose recently? Is there a structural damage to her nose? Does she have high blood pressure? All these things. So how they narrow down to aneurysm? They don't make sense. Somebody said, thank you for the podcast. It is quite informative. Have to run, but we'll be joining again soon. Yeah, man, Sonia, have yourself a good night, dear, and thank you for stopping by. Sonia Karen Cross said, Silvera did a beat that woman from day one, from the twist of event. Boy, Jesus, Father. Me not see that. Me not like see them sitting there now. Because me know say from a man putting hand on a woman one time. No sorry, not in a that. It's time to go. Because he will kill her. They need to question the workmen who did the renovation. I'm sure they did. Yeah, I would want to ask them what kind of instructions were you given? What did you do? And did you see anything? Can you recall anything that would have, raised suspicion? As a matter of fact, you say for me, like all the police them, every tile where them put on I go lift up. Lift up the tile them and creep off the paint off of the wall, make we see what cover up and make some scientists come in there, come take one sample off of the wall and put it under one microscope, make we see what was they hiding. I think honestly, guys, and I'm gonna close this off here shortly. I've been here an hour and 30 minutes. I think Melissa, and I would never blame her for her death, because in life, we tend to always give people the benefit of the doubt until we get a reason to doubt them. I think Melissa, in life, she left high school, she went to college, she went back to Jamaica. I think Melissa put herself among the wrong people. Yes, honestly, among the wrong people. From the marriage to the very people them who come on our murder scene and good and knowing that their heart say something went wrong. Good and knowing that their heart say this man used to beat this woman and something not right here so. To the very one them who take picture with her, but they came out here defending the suspect. What a sense of betrayal. We got to be careful. For all we know, they could have been jealous of her all that time. She's so smart. She's so beautiful. You know? Sometimes it's like that. Somebody said, not Cell Block 9. No, sir. We soon find out a witch doctor. Me soon come tell you now a witch doctor. Yeah? Because me hear one who the police them talk to already. You see all the one where me can't believe say a Dr. Peter Phillips I'm father, eh? Or he make the risers them fool up in your head and have him a spin like geek before he turn up and be a man and know say man a man for act like man and stand up like man. You see all that one there? Eh? Me say some of them people are biggest disappointment in our world. Remember? See, make them get them them bring him in a bagger. Make him go get interrogated by police. Mm-hmm. No bail. So when you post the picture of them in on the news feed here, so you know if you put hashtag no bail hashtag. Yeah? We say justice for Melissa, right? And we say somebody forget charge for Melissa. And so far, the wheels of justice, they're slowly turning. So the next phase now, we know say Champagne is soon getting $1 million and gonna bail hearing. So right now, we're going to say hashtag no bail. Yeah. Everybody stand up for Donna Lee. I'm in love to see that. See stress kill off Donna Lee father 2 days ago. The man dead and gone now. Him little girl then cannot find her. Everybody stand up for her. The diaspora come protest for her. The vlogger them protest for her. The woman them protest for her. And her uncle them protest for her. And I love to see it. No, Melissa no have no mother no father. She no have no siblings. And the one them who she thought she was friends with, were in a politics we have the local influence. Them not using the influence to advocate for her. When you don't see it, people, they're not using their influence from the women's movement to the party, to the YO. None of them not using them influence to support her. So we out here as women and men will have to support her, right? I know why this is so dear to me. My daughter is an only child, right? And God forbid, if something's supposed to happen to me prematurely, I wouldn't want people to stand up to her, stand up with her and for her. My daughter is not a rebel like me. She's a very quiet, smart little girl. She's not. You understand? So when you look at the world that way, and you see injustice, you have to do what you have to do. Because what drop off her head drop on shoulder. She not a mother, she not a father, and she don't have no sibling. And you only hear are very anti party are keeping at the house where she dead in her. So one must post. You see, like how we can post pictures here in our news feed on YouTube. Post a picture of Melissa sometime. Post a picture of the man and put hashtag no bail over him picture. You know? And let's show people that yes, she may not have any parents. And the very party where she grew up in and married in her, then turn them back on her. But we, the good and decent and compassionate people out here, we are going to talk about it. Every decision we make, we're going to make a comment on it. And we're watching. And we want to make sure that she get fair due process too. Right? So again, I thank you guys for joining. I thank you guys for subscribing and, sharing my content. And if there is anything that you guys want me to talk about, don't be afraid to say it. I don't know if I can get private message by YouTube. Wanna tell me so. Cause me got go up on TikTok one time. I must see about 99 message me get pan it. I don't know if I have to look for the message them. But if you don't want me to talk about anything in particular, just let me know and continue to share the content if you like it, guys. Or if I'm not doing something right or if I can do something better, don't be afraid to tell me, okay? So let me just wait and see if you're not going to tell me if I can get message by YouTube. I'm going to send an inbox option. Okay, so I guess somebody will tell me next time. Yes, Terry. All right, so have a good night, guys, and we'll catch up later, okay? Take care and have a good night.